Hey everyone, Mr. Sujano here. In today's video, we're talking about Citra MMJ, AetherSX2, Launchbox on Android, as well as good old Nintendo. Let's get started. Alright, we'll kick things off here talking about our favorite PS2 emulator on Android, and that would be AetherSX2. AetherSX2 just got a secret update. Maybe it's not secret anymore that we're talking about it. It's a secret to everyone. Anyways, if you have a Snapdragon processor with an Adreno GPU, you might want to check this one out. If you don't, then this update doesn't mean anything to you. You're not going to find this update on the Google Play Store. It's only available from Aether's website directly, so I'll leave a link to it in the description below. Now, this secret version of AetherSX2 has Turnip built in. At a really high level here, Turnip is an open source Vulkan driver. It has the potential to be a little bit more flexible than standard Vulkan drivers and potentially render things a little bit better. To be absolutely clear here, there is no guaranteed performance gain at all, and Talworth, the developer of this emulator, says you might actually have lower performance than the standard driver. On top of that, the developer is not actively supporting this version. Now, if you do want to test it out, I would recommend it actually, because you don't replace your existing version of AetherSX2. It installs as a separate file altogether, and that gets a big thumbs up. So all you have to do is just click on the APK here and install it on your phone. If you want to go ahead and install the Turnip version, you'll notice right away that it does look a little bit different than the standard blue cube. We now have an orange cube to represent AetherSX2. Side by side here, you can see they are two completely different apps, so you don't have to worry about one overwriting the other. Now, Turnip isn't running by default on this app. You will have to set it up yourself, but it is pretty simple. Open up the app settings here, go to the Advanced tab, and scroll down to where it says Extract Turnip Driver, and then go on ahead and click on it. And once it's done extracting, you'll get a nice little message here that says Turnip Driver extracted, restart app to apply. And from there, that's really about it. Now you're set up with Turnip, and you can try out AetherSX2 with Turnip and see if it actually works for you and see how it works for you. Remember, this only works if you have an Adreno GPU, basically if you have a Snapdragon processor. If you don't, then this really isn't going to do anything. Next up here, this one should be pretty quick. We're talking about Citra MMJ, which is the performance-based fork of Citra for Android. If you're wondering what MMJ stands for, it stands for Subscribe to Mr. Sujano. Citra MMJ has been updated quite frequently as of late, and it just got another update today. It says here, fix bugs of the Cheat Manager interface. So this was part of their last update, and it looks like there were a few bugs with it, and they've hopefully fixed them. I'll leave a link to their GitHub in the description below where you can pick up the latest APK. Moving on now, and we're talking about Launchbox on Android. A few days ago, we talked about the huge update that Launchbox on PC had, and it looks like Android here is a fast follower. So Launchbox on Android just upgraded to version 1.0. For those of you who are unaware, Launchbox is a front end for all of your emulation needs. At a really high level here, it basically organizes your game collection, downloads box art and everything, and makes everything look pretty. If you have a bunch of different emulators on your device, this is kind of like a one-stop shop for everything. I've also done a few videos for Launchbox, specifically Launchbox on Android, so I'll drop a video in the description below and feel free to check it out. One of the big changes here, one of the big updates, is the fact that media downloads are a heck of a lot quicker. They're saying here up to 10 times faster. On top of that, Launchbox has added some more support for emulators and cores. AetherSX2 is not a part of this. It's not compatible with Launchbox officially. However, they fixed support for Citra MMJ, which we just talked about, Dolphin, SNES 9X EX Plus, and Mupin 64 Plus FZ. Now, Launchbox is currently not available on the Play Store. You will have to download and install the APK manually. There's a free version and a paid licensed version. Check out the free version first. I'll drop a link in the description below and see if you even like it. I paid for the paid version here. I paid for the licensed version here. And in my licensed version, when I opened it up, it let me know there was an update. Last up here, this one's quick as well. We're talking about Nintendo. If you pay attention to the community tab on this YouTube page, you've already seen this. As of March of 2023, Nintendo is shutting down the eShop purchases for the Wii U and 3DS. Nintendo works their hardest to try to stop emulation, yet they do everything in their power here to also fuel the fire. A lot of people are not happy about this. I'm kind of indifferent because I have a Wii U and 3DS and I prefer emulation in the first place. But at the same time here, It's a very interesting move from Nintendo. Very fortunately here, Cemu is about to go open source, and there's a chance it might actually end up getting ported to Android at some point. On top of that, if you want to emulate 3DS, well, you have options on PC with Citra, and you have options on your Android device with Citra. As much as I love to support tech and kind of the digital future here, when Nintendo does stuff like this, when other companies do stuff like this, it really drives home the point of physical games, or even just emulation for that matter. Because there are a lot of physical games out there that aren't even complete on the disc, yet do need to download stuff. So this is super unfortunate, but at the same time, I am so glad we have emulation. But anyways, that is all I've got for you in this one. Straight to the point, all stuff and no fluff. Let me know your thoughts on pretty much anything we talked about today, whether it's AetherSX2, Citra MMJ, Launchbox on Android, or even on PC if you wanna, or Nintendo shutting down the eShop for 3DS and Wii U. Just let me know in the comments below. If you like this video, leave a like. If you didn't like this video, leave a like. Hit that subscribe button, check out my other videos, don't tempt fate, save your state.